Oh, that shit is on?
This is fancy.
Let me drop some shit like this here.
Screen, the two screens, HD.
At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn. Candlesticks in the dark. Visions of bodies being burned. Four walls just staring at a nigga.
What's good, everybody? My mic is not on. Is it on? Yeah, it is. Touchdowns and Tangents. Live from the Good News radio station. Studio 2. In, what is this, Hawthorne or Lawndale? South Bay? Somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
officially in my hood.
We're off of Rosecrans.
We're officially in my hood. We're officially in my hood now. It's
But
not
yeah, man.
You do not say Redondo Beach, and my high school is right down the street, and the only South Bay team to win a state title.
As always, this is your Thursday night spot for NFL takes, topical tangents for the culture. I'm joined as always by Kenny and the intern Serve.
Hey.
Did you just intro me?
Yeah, man.
I didn't even get to say my name. How
Whatever.
Dare you? How dare you?
Shout out to Keith Good News. Shout out to Jackie. Shout out to the whole Good News radio station for
Hey.
upgrading us, upgrading everybody. The Good News Sports is on. We are on. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's get to the content. And you look like you have something you want to say. Sorry.
Kenneth Frank James Berry.
That's all you wanted to say? You just wanted to say your name?
My name is my name. Jesus.
All right, man.
It's called brand recognition. I'm supposed to say my name on the air.
So, man, my glasses are getting all sweaty. I don't know about this lighting.
Your face has a fupa. Your face has a fupa. That's why.
All right, man. So first up, the issue I wanted to talk about, because NBA free agency just happened this past couple weeks, and there's been a big gender gap between the guarantee money NBA players are getting and NFL players are getting.
Say gender gap?
Did I say gender
You
gap?
said gender gap. I was like, are you about to make a case for the WNBA? we already agreed. Pay the
Hey,
women.
man, this is a new chair, okay? This lighting's hot.
Did he say he was a mic?
He's at a sink right now.
I'm out of
my
sync
mic
right
on?
now.
Is
The
my mic
Clippers
on?
got Kawhi. I wasn't even expecting that.
Is my mic on or am I tripping?
He even surprised me. But yeah, I don't know.
Congratulations, Mr. A. Mike.
You know what happens when I'm too happy? I don't know what to do with myself.
Lies and just lies. Thanks, Jack.
But yeah, Gurley essentially said he blasted the NFL for the pay gap on the Lufke show with Bleacher Report. Lufke also did. He made this comparison. He said Tobias Harris makes as much as 2 Khalil Macks, and Khalil Mack was what, the highest paid defensive player or second highest paid defensive player last year
Of all time, if I'm not mistaken.
And guess what OBJ's contract equates to in NBA money?
Chandler Parsons in his last year.
No, actually, Chandler Parsons makes worse. Ian Mahimi, reserve center for the Washington Wizards. That's how much
money is
OBJ's
that?
making.
How much money is that?
Like the 15 to 17 million range.
Yeah, Chandler Parsons definitely makes more money than Odell Beckham Jr. per year.
So
That's a
yeah,
nasty contract.
and we talked a lot about this last week in terms of when we broke down CBA, NFL negotiations, about how players are going to want guaranteed contracts. And we put a poll up. Most people said that they'll get it, but I honestly don't think so. What do you make of the whole NBA pay gap, KB?
If you're really athletic and can play football, get it. Use it to where you can get a scholarship, but you should definitely be playing baseball the entire time. Like,
So
my kid would be either playing soccer or baseball.
So what does the NFL do to close that gap?
Nothing, because they don't want to close that gap.
What do the NFL players do to close that gap? Like Todd Gurley.
Like, literally, they just have to all collectively go on strike. And somehow find a way through Jay-Z or whoever to just start your own league.
Yeah. And Gurley's exact quote was,
Like, everybody would have to really do business together, and I don't think all the players want to do business together. And that's the issue.
and that's what we were talking about last week, about why they have one of the worst players associations
The worst.
in the entire professional sports.
Like,
This
at
is
least the
Gurley's-
women's soccer team, like, if they can negotiate for better, they would negotiate for better. They're kind of just stuck and screwed in a bad situation. The NFL Players Association had an actual chance to negotiate for better, and they shot themselves in both feet. So
Yeah, Gurley's exact quote was, "I led the league in TDs the last 2 years. Somebody got 80 million in the NBA. That's in parentheses, and I couldn't even pronounce their name."
facts. Like what's his face who went back to Europe is making more money than most people in the NBA, NFL.
Yeah,
Which is
so, but it's ironic too because I shared this article with the rest of the sports group, but it's ironic now because basketball is becoming more and more year round that youth players are finding themselves in an injury epidemic in terms of their bodies are just breaking down from playing basketball too much. So it's like, here we are. We always talk about football and how dangerous it is, but now NBA is like.
But that's the thing with NBA, with basketball, you can rehab and come back. Or like Kawhi, messed up. He had a messed up injury, came back and won a championship for an entire country that never was gonna have a chance any other way.
Well, the thing is,
you look at Todd Gurley, he has an arthritic knee.
Yeah, which we'll get to later. But in terms of just the NBA and playing basketball in general, like every time you jump and dunk, you're coming down with I think they said 5 to 7 times the amount of force that you went up with. So every time you dunk, you're coming down with that, and that's just constant impact on your knees, your Achilles, your ankles, etc.
No one's tackling you though.
That's true, but you are
with
getting
football,
bumped.
you don't train to play football. You don't train football all year. You're
that's
pads
true.
all year.
Yeah, that's true.
When football's over, you're on track, or you're playing baseball,
Or you're lifting weights,
or you're swimming,
or you're eating.
You're always eating. name a football player who's not eating, and he's not really a football player. He's still deciding.
The other big issue of the week, speaking of disgruntled running backs in LA football teams, Melvin Gordon said he is going to hold out if the Chargers don't pay him.
Pay me or trade me.
Pretty much. That's literally what he said.
It's not even a holdout. Just pay me or trade me.
He wants a deal in the realm of Gurley and Bell, which
It's fair.
Really? You've switched your stance because you've basically said that.
I don't trust any Wisconsin running back ever, nor the state of Wisconsin.
Don't forget his
Nor the
injury
state
history.
of Wisconsin anytime it
Don't
involves
forget
black people.
his injury history.
Did you not just what I said about Wisconsin and running
Fumbles,
backs? Wisconsin
lack
and
of
running
speed.
back. Wisconsin and running backs. He ran
The
a 4,
fact that he always gets confused for Todd Gurley
he ran a
out of the bungalow.
He ran a 4.52. First off, we don't speak about the bungalow. We're not talking about the bungalow in this new station, okay? That's bad juju. We leave Santa Monica and Culver City, all right? You don't bring
All
Santa
right,
Monica
for sure.
to Hawthorne. It's a safe. No, it's not a safe space or a safe place, but whatever.
And another
City
player,
good neighbors though.
another player who is also saying basically pay or trade me. Robbie Gould, kicker from the 49ers. Your
Can we just
favorite
get
team.
can I get like a thunderclap or something for him? Please. I'm gonna start hitting buttons. Okay?
I don't know what that
We're
is.
just gonna hit buttons. I don't care. That's more his speed. That's his speed. That's perfect for Robbie Gould. He's probably playing guitar in his house right now.
This sounds like those
Smashing Pumpkins,
This sounds like a corny K-Rock entry right here. I feel like
This
I'm
sounds
listening to Kevin and Bean right now.
This sounds like an NPR internship.
I'm listening to Kevin and Bean right now. K-Rock.
Why am I mad that I have both those initials? There
There we go.
No, I still say the first one was more fitting of Robbie Gould.
I feel like Kanye with these like light up board.
Okay, Mexican Zaytoven, stop it.
Zaytoven.
Okay, Beethoven, can you stop?
Oh, okay.
I hyped him up too much. Okay, Mustard. Are you just Camarillo now? Are you like? Did you drop all your debt like formerly DJ Mustard? Now
Yeah,
it's
and all
Mustard?
these colors. I feel like an EDM producer.
All you need is some ecstasy and we're good. Some ecstasy and a glow ring, you're fine.
But yeah, man,
Speaking of Robbie Gould,
this 34-year-old kicker is basically saying he wants to be traded
I only want to be
somewhere
in
to the East
Chicago.
Coast.
I only want to be in Chicago.
He didn't say he only wants to be in Chicago. He said he wants to be Chicago adjacent.
so.
He wants to be closer to Chicago.
You know what?
where his family is.
This is why we need to play. We need to have more Chief Keef on this podcast because Robbie Gold is Sosa adjacent.
And the drill music.
I have
He's
a question,
Sosa
though.
adjacent.
I have
Sure.
a question. So, do kickers usually get paid that little?
Yeah,
So he's making about $5 million
that's
because
elite for a kicker.
he's on a franchise tag. So basically, the 49ers hold his rights
And it's
for
the
no
top,
other reason than that they had him the year before.
And it's the top 5. So you get paid the top 5 salary in your position group.
So basically, he was supposed to be free, but the NFL has these franchise tags which prevent players who should get free from being free as long as they're paid guaranteed top 5 money.
So he's
This
kind of
this guy's like, yeah, the guarantee money is cool, but it's not it's not enough, and B, I don't really want to be on the West Coast anymore.
exactly.
So
They just traded me here, and I'm here. And it's like the thing is, do you really want a kicker on your team who doesn't want to play for you and kick for you, kicking
I mean,
game-winning
But
field
when
goals for
believe
you?
me, we all know kickers that are just there for the jersey.
Shout out to Mike Vanderjack wherever you are.
But if I'm correct, when I was reading an article, and from what I'm guessing with the franchise tag, the Niners didn't want to let them go, or he
Yeah,
asked
because
to be
he's
straight,
still-
and they're like, nah, we're not even
Because
going
he's
to consider it.
still a really good player, especially at his position.
He's an elite kicker.
And honestly, you'd be surprised how hard it is to find kickers. Just ask the Chargers.
He's a Hall of Fame kicker.
But okay, so if it's that hard to find a kicker, why would they pay them that little?
They have no choice for his position group. They have no choice but to pay him top 5 in a position group because kickers obviously aren't really that instrumental.
right,
The
because
reason
they're
why
just
they're
like
not
a-
instrumental is because even though they
Name-
score, they only play like maybe 10
Right.
plays a game.
Right.
You just
Max.
need them to kick off, punt, and
But
All
then-
those
yeah.
plays are significant. Like, don't get
that's
me
why,
wrong,
like,
they're
even
all
though
important.
they're not on, they don't have a lot of play time. You know what I mean? They're
yeah,
not
they're
on field
all important.
majority of the game. Like unlike the other, players. I still think that's kind of fucked up that they only get.
no, trust me, they're just using their foot. It's like if you had a restaurant, right? You got the chef and then the person washing dishes. You're not going to pay the chef and the person who's washing dishes the same, even though they'll probably be doing more than just being the chef and washing dishes. There's a rate, there's a level for everyone.
That's shitty.
And even though, washing dishes is insanely important, and I'd like to see any place function without that, there's ways around it.
I still have no nerves in my hands from washing dishes for a year.
I'm finally getting nerves
Like-
back in my hands.
When I use lighter to light candles.
Wait, what?
I don't have much feeling in my middle finger and my index finger because I'm always putting out blunts and stuff.
light a campfire. Yeah. I don't
I have
even
no
gonna
feeling
gloss
in my
past that.
fingertips. I'm pretty sure I burnt off my.
I don't engage
My
in such
fingertips.
activities, miss.
Oh, excuse me.
Pete brand new? Okay, cool. So we just gonna lie on the air? All right, cool.
All right, we dry stitching on air now. Okay.
Like he
You've been
didn't
doing
enjoy
it since
his.
this podcast started. When have you not dry snitched,
Yeah.
Pete? In the
All right,
group
well,
chat,
I'm not on trial
Twitter,
here,
on
so-
Instagram. You kind of are.
Anyways,
Friend court?
speaking of people, friend court.
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of people who are getting in trouble, the supplemental draft. I'll leave that to you since that somewhat falls into the college football adjacent spot.
I don't even care because nobody was worth talking about. But Jalen Thompson, he was a Washington State defensive back, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't he get kicked out or something
Yeah, he kicked
for
out,
eligibility?
He left, kicked out. He wasn't going to play anywhere else.
And he signed with the Arizona Cardinals,
Got
who
picked up.
love
fourth.
love 5'11" safeties
Yeah,
who are in the hybrid role.
yeah. Shout out to Tony Jefferson. They just let a lot of cats go. If we really go back and look at I think 5 years ago, that Cardinals team, they had a Super Bowl defense.
You're talking about the year they went 9-7 and missed the playoffs by a game.
And who was their quarterback?
Your boy Carson.
Don't say my boy. First off,
You're literally Kenny of Troy. So
aside from that,
okay, he's the best.
Pete Bruin.
He's the best quarterback in USC history. So you're not going to claim him.
I'm gonna go Matt Leinart. Best pro. Best pro. Carson Palmer. We talking about best pro, or are we talking best USC?
I'm talking about a Heisman Trophy winner who won on a team that was sorry, and
did
not
they-
a team that
who
had
did they beat in his
not
last
a
game?
team that had 20 NFL draftees.
Okay, first off,
Bro, you don't even believe Matt Leinart is the best quarterback in
why
USC
do you purposely
history.
say his name wrong?
Put Todd Marinovich on that team and he probably wins the Super Bowl.
I think you need to be drug tested.
I don't
You
know,
just
man.
invoke the name of Todd Marinovich.
Yeah, man.
What is wrong? Are you okay? Are you okay today?
No, I'm not. I'm tired. I've had a long week.
Like, maybe it's the Clipper shirt. Maybe it's the Clipper shirt that you should just
My
unbutton
emotions
that
have
top
been a
button.
roller coaster. 4th
Oh.
of July was lit.
So you're a Chicago Cubs player when they won the World Series. Cool, thanks.
Then Kawhi went to the Clippers. Then I had to go to work and face reality. Now here I am.
And that tight ass shirt is cutting off circulation to your neck.
Oh, don't get on that crew neck.
First off, this is a loose fitting shirt.
No, I see what you did. You wear a loose fitting shirt underneath your tight hoodie so that your hoodie looks like it fits.
It does fit.
You're not slick.
It does fit. Why are you?
Lift your arms up. Yeah, all the way, all the way.
First off, I got a massage before I came here, so no.
Okay, the 1 week you don't have your midriff showing. My bad.
Wow,
Crop top season. Don't
Crop top
discriminate.
season.
Don't discriminate.
that's false.
Sun's out, fupa's out.
Don't body shame, Pete.
Have you seen
He
your
started
neck?
it.
I didn't start it.
Okay. Don't body shame.
I've
but
been
he
letting it
starts
go
it.
for like 3 weeks, bro. But
It's toxic masculinity season.
first off, it's City Boy Summer.
Yeah.
City boy
Two.
summer, whatever.
You got to get it right. What's wrong with you? Like, we already beat the City Girls. It's over for them. Like,
No.
their summer ended 3 weeks ago.
No.
Yes.
No.
Mute her mic, please.
No. Hot girl summer forever.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
Your
Boys
championship
is
parade
taking
is
the L
at
right now.
a parking lot of a Carl's Jr. Like, we're waiting to get our rings already. It's cool though.
but yeah, back to the supplemental draft.
Just for real, just unbutton that top button, dog.
No,
You look
man,
uncomfortable.
I'm all business.
You look uncomfortable,
I'm all business.
and I'm pretty sure your blood pressure's up right now.
Well,
You're gonna turn.
I actually have high blood pressure, but we'll get to that later. Prayers for Albert Hainsworth.
That's not funny.
West Virginia receiver Marcus Sims, Syracuse linebacker Shaheem Cullen, Northland CC tight
Community
end
college.
Delvonnaire Clarington, and St. Francis DB Brian Perry are
He was
now
one of
free
the first.
agents.
Brian Perry was one of the first people to declare for the supplemental draft. Yeah.
Any of those guys on your radar?
No.
All right.
I think Perry had like 2 or 3 picks. Like, that's not even college football.
But
news,
yeah,
bro.
basically-
I actually have a take on this in terms of people going into the supplemental draft.
It's
You really
trash. You
should
should just
only
go to CFL.
Something like that. No, you really should only use it as like a last option. Like, if they won't grant you, like, let's say you get granted a year of eligibility, but the school you're at won't honor your scholarship, like USC did to A. Markowitz years ago when he was a 6-year senior and had to go play at Hawaii.
Let's back up. So, what is the supplemental draft for people who don't know?
Pretty much, it's like a draft for anyone who has to leave school or whatever reason. And it was after the NFL draft, obviously.
Yeah, it's basically unique situations players usually find themselves in. I mean, what was the last real prominent player that went in the supplement? Tyrone Matthew?
Terrell Pryor.
Terrell Pryor was another one.
But there was one after him.
And basically how it works is the
I forget that dude's name.
The
He plays for
rounds the
Redskins.
rounds go by, and depending on which player you take in a round, you may have to forfeit that pick.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals took Thompson in the 5th round of the supplemental draft, which means they lose a 5th round pick in this upcoming draft.
Yep.
It's basically like a tweener draft between players that missed last draft but aren't going to be eligible for the next draft because they didn't play college, because they're not going to play
It's
college.
last call, pretty much.
Yeah.
The lights came on and you're
Closing
stuck.
time?
You're stuck. Yeah, it's last call and you're stuck with whoever's left at the bar. And you either find somebody or you go home alone. That's a supplemental draft.
But yeah, on that note, let's get to I can't see. Hold on.
Madden ratings?
You want to talk about Madden ratings, the 99 Club?
I've
Go
been
ahead.
wanting to talk about Madden ratings since the show.
Go ahead, go.
Okay, so they only picked 4 people. I already have a problem with that. Madden pisses me off like a lot. Like I want to know how you get a job as a Madden like rating tester. You probably have to go do coding or whatever. I don't know, or be like a white.
I told you
or be
to
a
read
white
that
dude,
article
be a
last
white dude
week.
who never played sports.
No.
But somehow I don't know.
No, nice try.
That's one guy. That's
No.
one guy you named.
It's actually a combination of both like engineers and both like
So engineers,
scouts,
a lot of who probably
and both
never
like
played
former
football,
players. They have like a board of different people.
which is cool, but like that don't explain to me how two guys can run the same 40 and one dude's slower than the other.
We've been over this. It's about game speed.
Game speed. Okay, a 4.31 used to correlate to like 97 speed. Yamada figures.
So what you should
Darius
do
Hayward
is
Bay.
you should take pictures of these examples and send a picture to Madden.
They know that though, but I think the rating system changed once they discontinued pretty much the PS2 games. Because I think the ratings are more realistic on PS2. When they took it to PS3 and PS4, that's when everything got like super subjective and all hype beast. Because
Well,
Odell
I think
Beckham Jr.
I think the
did
other
not-
thing is
Odell
there's
Beckham Jr.
updates.
ran a 4.31, right? He ran a 4.31 and like a 4.42, I think, or a 4.41. But somehow that correlates to like a slow 4.4. Like it was weird. Like the way they average. Like, he even said, he's like, bro, I'm a 4.3 guy. I'm not a 4.4 guy. But his Madden rating doesn't suggest that. Aaron Donald, freak of nature, they actually kind of got his rating right for now.
Well, I think one, there's updates. Two, one thing we talked about last week
Even
is
with updates.
with player data now, they're going to get more accurate because they're going to be able to put wearables on all these different players and be able to track all this sort of data so they can actually pinpoint exactly how fast they are, not just running a 40-yard dash, but throughout all the different elements of the game. Like how fast are you in and out of your breaks, like how to the millisecond.
Yeah, but if you look at
Which
a
is
guy
really
like
crazy.
Odell, where he had the video of him throwing a football practically.
He
90
literally
yards.
threw it across the entire field.
So how does he not have like 98 throw power? Go look at his throw power on Madden. That's what I'm saying. They phoned it
Because
in
he
for-
doesn't wear QB pads and
Doesn't-
probably can't
it-
lift his shoulder up that high,
it
and
doesn't-
probably shouldn't be able to with those one-handed catches because it'll probably break his
No,
collarbone.
First off, there are dudes who are just freaks of nature athletically. And
Yeah, no, for sure.
College football, that's why they want college football video games back so much, because those are the one times where you could have a dude who's a receiver with insane athletic ratings and just switch him like a strong safety or a corner. Like, you do a bunch of weird, crazy shit in video games. The college one.
I just love the recruiting in that game for
Yeah.
some reason.
But honestly, did it not help you like with getting curved in life with some of those? Because some of those recruiting soft commits, and then they flip on you. That shit would hurt. Like I would feel mad. Like I wasted 3 hours doing this.
People still go out and buy Madden.
Yeah. People download that shit
Man,
at midnight. Actually,
just-
they don't go out and buy it. They pre-order it and have it
Because you're-
downloaded as soon as it.
Because I feel like
$8.50.
Any of your male
NBA
friends play
2K,
Madden?
no, not that I know of. Everybody plays NBA 2K or FIFA.
I mean, that's fair.
Football. FIFA is football.
No, I'm not
Stop.
talking about soccer. I'm
Stop.
talking about
It's
American
a
football.
foot and a ball.
We're not talking about soccer.
I'm talking
on
about
this.
Madden.
Football?
We don't even talk about soccer when it's the World Cup. Stop.
I just don't hear in the news like people rushing out to get Madden like
'Cause
they
it's
do
the
for
digital
NBA
age.
2K.
Nah.
But I remember now. I remember
honestly,
in
this
high
last
school.
2K
though,
got canceled.
high school, I remember Madden used to be the shit, but then all of a sudden it's just
Because football players are way more popular than basketball players in high school. And then it switched.
I could see that.
It switched. Football players.
That's actually-
Football is way
yeah, I
more
could see
popular
that.
in high school. Basketball players like, okay, yeah, but y'all still suck. Like, yeah, y'all tall, but like y'all not gonna do nothing.
so you
Yeah,
think
basketball players are like in their own universe.
Basketball only gets cool until you hit college.
Yeah,
'Cause if-
I could actually see that.
Because like no one like
And it's
Zion
more
Williams.
common. It's more common.
Yeah, bro. Like think about it. Zion Williams at his high school. You think anybody cares?
No, everybody cared about. That's a bad example. Everybody cared about Zion.
Okay, but that's not the. That's
we
not
knew
the
about
norm.
Zion his sophomore year.
That's they cared about him, not the rest of the team. Do you think they care more about modern day football or modern day basketball? Which I have a story about that.
modern day football.
Okay, then. Which, by the way, their starting corner Elias Ricks, who committed to LSU, like the top corner in the 2020 class. I mean, until they upgrade Michaela Steen. Shout out to Lindell High, but he is going to play football at IMG Academy in Florida.
That's what's up.
We're gonna talk about that because Cats just flocking to IMG Academy.
So why
That's
don't you
wrong.
just talk about it right now?
Sure, why not? It's weird because he's going from a top flight program in California as an LSU commit because he had like 4 pick sixes in one game. That shit was stupid. That was a wild. He had 3, but still, the fact that
He's going to a prep school?
yeah, he's going to a prep school for the sole focus of playing football. That's nastier than AAU basketball to me.
It's
Like-
probably because he doesn't want to have to deal with school.
But that's already modern day.
He's probably on that
Vault.
Valtez Perfect shit.
Modern day was already a
He
private
probably got
school.
like a 500 on his SAT and probably couldn't get into
No,
those.
he's smart. He's actually like legit smart. He had offers from everywhere. Elias Ricks,
What was his SAT?
I don't know, it was high. That boy's smart.
So then why would he not go to college?
He's going to IMG Prep Academy to play football his senior year. But I feel like a lot of cats just do that.
I thought you were saying he taking
No.
a
He
gap
was a
year.
junior this year and had 3 pick sixes in one game.
Oh, okay.
And modern day was so OP at every level, at all positions, because they have all these transfers.
As they usually are.
No, like this is worse than ever. It's like all the rich schools are getting all the best talent. Kevin Thibodeau, the number 1 overall
Isn't this
recruit,
what you wanted though? Because you've been talking about how they should open up transfers and just let people play where they're gonna play.
but it's
You've literally been talking
No,
about
but-
that since I've known you.
I liked it,
And
but
now that it's here, you're like, oh, everyone's going to
no,
the
it's
rich
different
schools.
because the smaller schools are getting punished when the big schools aren't. The smaller schools, like in the South Bay, will get punished. Like when we had Coach Clark on, he talked about how he still doesn't know to this day why did they vacate all those games for him when they were 9-1 that season. They vacated like 5 games for a dude who didn't even play, and he had already been in like 4 of the schools. Yet you don't hear that from a modern day or an Oaks Christian or any of those other schools like Orange County.
It's pockets.
In those richer areas. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Kevin Thibodeau went to Dorsey High School and then transferred to Oaks Christian. And then in his final high school game, got ejected for punching somebody, and now he's at Oregon. Like, that's kind of sickly, which goes to my point, is football players are much more popular than basketball players coming out of high school. Because there's just more brand recognition. You stay longer. There's less games, so there's more urgency with football players to like follow them and like them and stay on their trail. With basketball, it's kind of just like, well, he's either, if he can't go to the pros, he has to go to college. So you're going to see him play for like 30 games.
All right, so next up, one of the things I want to talk about, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but Albert Hainsworth, former defensive tackle for the Titans and the Washington Redskins.
Deadskins, 6th overall pick.
He has been out the league for 3 years. He's already had,
It's only been 3 years?
some 2016, I think they said was his last year.
By the way, he had a racist ass, I think it's still his wife, Lauren Jackson, former WNBA player. Mad racist. She used to call him all types of N-words, slapped him, beat the shit out of him. You can go look up the story.
And he's had 3 brain aneurysms since leaving the league. And he's probably, what, 30, early 30s, mid
34
30s?
maybe, 37.
Mid 30s. Yeah, something like that.
Needs a
And
kidney.
now I think he said July 7th his kidneys went into full failure, and so he desperately needs a kidney. The former Pro Bowler, All Pro. He played for the Patriots too, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he got cut though.
But yeah, so he put out on Instagram that he needs a kidney desperately and asked for that. So prayers for him. On a much lighter note, some good news. Got some good news this week. It's always good news at the Good News radio station. Shout out to the Good News. But yeah, your boys, Marcus Peters, Marshawn Lynch, hosted a free carnival in West Oakland where they had all sorts of cool activities going on. They had cotton candy. They had
Your
burgers.
favorite player would never.
They had like some little like
A
weird.
bungee thing.
Yeah, they had like tight ropes. They had like little bubbles in water type of thing. It looked pretty cool, and everything was free.
at McClymonds High School.
Everything was free.
My mother's alma mater.
So shout out to them. I think they said Peters always wanted to do that since he got into the league. It was one of his dreams, and now he's been able to do it. Lynch was there to support him. So shout out to them for making that happen.
Shout out to Oakland and real athletes doing real stuff. And even though we care more about if Gronk's coming back or like Tom Brady, but we won't talk about what Marshawn Lynch does.
And Tyler Lockett, receiver for the Seattle Seahawks, also did a camp in Tulsa. He hosted a camp at their stadium where he had 250 kids aged 7 to 18 come out and train football completely free. So shout out to him also paying it forward, using the NFL as a platform to do some good. We always try to shout that out when we see it, when we can. If you see it, you can share it with us at TDs_tangents on Instagram and Twitter. But yeah, so let's get to Take or Tangent. Hold on.
Moving right along.
Where's the mouse?
You'll find it.
Oh,
There
it
you
is.
there you go. There you go.
All right. Well, we can't hear the sound effects, but I see them.
Give yourself a round of applause.
I can hear those ones, but I can't hear the ones up there. The computer's down.
He told you that before we went on the air.
There we go.
The more you know.
But yeah, first up, your boy Russell Wilson showed up at the ESPYs.
Can I just get that shirt? Your boy or my boy? I don't know.
Showed up at the ESPYs with his girl.
With a fractured S curl.
Yeah, what the hell was that? You gotta take her a
that
tangent on that. You gotta take her a tangent
This is my
on
take
that.
right now. This is my tangent right now. That nasty ass El DeBarge documentary S curl he had on his head. Did y'all see the El DeBarge, the DeBarge documentary? I think it's on Lifetime or whichever one keeps messing up black people's biopics. Lifetime, I think it was.
Yeah, man, you can see it on the at TDs and Tangents Instagram
He looked like he
story.
grew part of his hair out and just put a bunch of Vaseline and fluff in that shit. Like she for real took him to like
Who greenlighted that?
Who greenlit it? She did
For her VH1 special or whatever?
for the rebrand.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Somehow I think
ugly.
Future taught
Did you
her
see
that.
it, Serve?
I feel like Future taught her
See
that.
what? Him?
Yeah, his perm.
His perm. I did.
What did you
His
think
arm?
about it?
You mean his arm?
His arm.
There was no pff in his perm whatsoever.
Let me look at it again. I mean, I don't think it was that bad, but then when I see on Twitter and you guys were just blasting, then I was just like, all right.
I was out of respect. I don't talk crap about Russell Wilson on Twitter because it might get me blackballed.
And yeah,
It's better to just say it
yeah, no.
live on the air.
I mean, it's
Now, we
not-
all know I'm
I
biased
don't
against
think-
him.
Kenny, I think you're hating. I don't
His shit
think it was
look
that
greasy.
bad.
His shit look greasier than that Chinese food we just ate.
You're
Shout out
not
to Walk
wrong.
Walk.
Okay.
Shout out to Walk Walk.
No.
Both y'all
Walk
haters.
Shout out to Walk Walk for their amazing mango shake, though. I want another one now. Like that blended drink.
That is one
Mango's the
thing.
best
That is
fruit
one
ever.
thing this new area has over the old area. We got more
Donut
Chinese
shops per capita. Yes.
and more donut shops.
I think it looks slick.
about
Y'all
to-
are just haters.
Keith's getting us fat over here.
Fam, I've been living in Hawthorne most of my life. Like I can.
I
walk-
know.
picture.
We can see.
I thought you said Keith. I'm like, wait. First off, I'm not the one who's dying for air right now.
I'm good right now.
Like you are literally becoming Blueface in the face right now. It's not just the tent and the green screen behind you. So unbutton your shirt, dog. Like unbutton your shirt one button, please.
All right, next
Last week
topic.
the shit was open in the middle. You had a fupa. You look like the Mexican. What's his face? The dude. Damn it! What's that movie? None of you guys know anything about anything. Wow, fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
here
trash.
I'm here by myself.
You're trash.
Nobody has any pop culture references except me.
So
I'm carrying the fabric of the show on my back today. Thank you guys.
So Bob Kraft, a fellow patron of massage parlors as yourself, and
Wrong button. Just turn it off.
no, it's cool. We can play it in the background.
That's what he was playing when he was getting the massage.
And it
Was Carrie Underwood singing?
Hollywood Park's own Stan Kroenke,
Wow.
the gentrifier himself. Both
Thanos the gentrifier.
broke bread with 45 this past week. They went to a dinner event held at the Treasury Department. So do you got to take her a tangent on the Rams owner and the Patriots owner attending a presidential event?
In the latest news of rich white dudes always sticking together. Hey, you know what's more predictable than that? Like, you're going to see Russell Wilson and MC Hammer Pants on Halloween this year. I'm just calling it out.
I could see that.
He's gonna be Bobby Brown for Halloween and sing Every Little Step I Take.
Russell Wilson wants to be the Black Peyton Manning so bad.
He wants to be
Black Peyton Manning.
No.
That's who he wants to be.
He wants to be Donovan McNabb, but just a little bit more cool. He wants to be like the
don't disrespect Donovan like that.
Do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Okay, then. So, you know what? Here's what. The only way I could actually appreciate Russell Wilson's like horribly over culture vulturing blackness that he had no attachment to his whole life, is if he just played that one song on Revenge of the Dreamers where they literally
Taylor Swift's Earth, Wind and Fire cover.
Don't cut me off. I gotta get this out. We'll have a Taylor. I have a Taylor Swift joke that I was gonna get to, but anyway. Speaking of masters and not getting them recouped, but anyway. So when I think about the fact that Sierra has him doing that nasty SS curl, and then the whole thing he did in the bed when he got his contract signed.
Yeah.
And I'm just like
cornball shit with the chain.
And then like the fact that he was just he had like a white fiance when he was in college at Wisconsin, and then he was at North Carolina State and then Wisconsin. I'm just like, you've probably most likely dated white women most of your life. I'm pretty sure Sierra's the only black woman he's ever dated in his whole life. And I don't care if that like makes me seem like an asshole, but like the dude was never cool like that.
Exactly. That's why you got to get an R&B princess. But my tangent on this is
Sierra an R&B princess. Is princess the right word? Just because 1 2 Step was a hit and the greatest song of our 6th grade lives.
Goodies was hot too.
Why you look at me like you wanted to stab?
She had a couple features. She had a couple good features. I said 1 2 Step was the anthem.
Hold up.
She's better than Paula Abdul. Remember that, Pete? Yeah.
Sierra had a couple good bangers. When she came out with My Goodies, that was like groundbreaking for all girls when I was like in 6th grade. I was like doing all the moves, and then she had Missy Elliott. Then she had the song with Ludacris.
You were gliding, huh?
Yeah, I was all that shit. I
just want to sit up here and say that like I've had some of my best memories like 2 girls grinding on me at a middle school dance because of Sierra's albums.
Yeah,
so
see?
Well, we know who peaked at 13.
I didn't peak at 13. You, because you probably weren't listening to Sierra or around a lot of black people. Okay.
I definitely was.
Where'd you grow up again?
I grew up a lot of places, but I always had LimeWire.
That's nasty.
And Kaza and BearShare.
What the fuck is Kaza?
Shout out to the P2P generation.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, you don't know what Kaza is? You never pirated music.
I pirated music, but I stopped at LimeWire.
Nah. Kaza was before LimeWire.
I didn't do
Kaza was before LimeWire.
My mom
Kaza was LimeWire's daddy.
My mom just bought me it if I wanted it. Or if I would earn the money.
Oh, okay. You rich, huh? You rich, huh? Okay.
Single parent household.
She was buying your porn too? Because I know your little ass was downloading porn on LimeWire.
First off, only rookies.
Oh, fan court, huh? Oh, he's flustered, Your Honor.
First off, Your Honor, this was not brought up in the discovery phase of the trial. This is new information. It was not put into discovery. You were throwing this out there.
But back to Russell Wilson.
All fake. I would never listen. I would never watch porn on LimeWire.
My tangent on this is Russell Wilson our generation's Orenthal?
He really just tried to sneak through that he watched porn
OJ?
on LimeWire. I'm not going to let you get past that.
Whatever. I don't care.
Bro, I mean, you and Russell Wilson are probably both doing it, so it's okay.
Nah. Is he like the OJ pre-murder trial for us right now?
Oh, that's good.
Russell Wilson?
He ain't going to kill Sierra.
I could see Russell Wilson doing a Hertz commercial run through an airport. That's all I'm saying.
I believe it, but it'll probably move more like a Spirit airline commercial. He would find a way to help rebrand.
Nah, I think they too bougie for that.
Spirit is the worst.
They're probably like United or Delta or American. No, American
Airline.
No, not American.
Yeah. They would do it after someone got kicked off.
JetBlue probably. JetBlue.
Or Branson.
Or Southwest. Southwest is a pretty good one. Southwest is good.
I mean, technically, he's in the Northwest.
You can get check. I think you can check
Alaskan Airlines.
Free, so.
You can get flights to Portland and all that.
Oh, he didn't tackle him. He stripped him.
That's what everybody says when white people beat up black children. Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, he juked him out. He got juked out by a kid.
Cam Newton throws a football at his head and gives him another concussion.
Okay, that's like when a kid crosses you up on a basketball court
and you foul him hard to make up for it.
You just swat the shot at the rim. You're like,
that's like that scene in Love and Basketball when Kyla Pratt was going to the basket and then got knocked the fuck out into a bush. I've seen the video 7 times and I'm like, maybe Luke Kuechly's agility wasn't as great as I thought it was.
Yeah, we posted this on the story. He ran a
4.59, but I don't know if the agility was all there. He was a tackling machine at Boston College. Look at the second one. He had like 174 at Boston College in 1 year. I'm just saying.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, he got him back. He got him back.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one. Yeah, man.
Luke Kuechly got to get snuffed. Sorry.
Yeah, his dad might have to catch Luke Kuechly.
I gotta throw a hammer at your head, dog. Like, all right. Keith, a Panthers fan, you would square up with Luke Kuechly if you did that to your kid at a camp. And you're he said he would have to sign a pair of shoes and get up. I mean, would you at least sell it? At least like get a Cam autograph, get a Christian McCaffrey autograph.
Might as well.
To where you draft him first in all your fantasy leagues.
All right, man. Next up, we got a touchdown and turnover. So let's move right into it.
Speaking of turnover, I just want to know how much relaxer Russell Wilson put in his hair.
Probably.
Did he do the James Brown approach? Did he get some foil? Did he do it like black?
His hair's already curly, so he probably put some. I don't know.
But it's light skin curly. It's curly. But
you can put some water.
It's curly adjacent.
It's curly, but it's dry.
Curly adjacent.
I mean, he got Sierra with her, so she been probably putting some moisture in his life, and then boom.
Yeah, she got the shea butter.
So I don't think he put any. I just think it's super greasy, and she put a lot of oil, or whatever, and then he put it back.
Shea butter.
No,
you said that.
I said shea butter.
You said she shea butter.
No, I didn't.
I'm adding the extra. I'm trying to get you.
You're trying to even say Sierra shea butter.
You dragged.
You can't get me dragged. First off, ain't no chick strong enough to carry me to drag me. So how that's gonna work?
Plus you already got your own tweet. You already got your own mean tweets people go through.
Yeah, pick them. Greatest hits. And some of them they hurt because I'm like, some of them they be like, damn, my mom ain't shit.
But yeah,
not my
man,
mom, other people's moms.
So the Houston Texans, who abruptly fired their GM after 2 seasons earlier this offseason.
Talk about stupidity.
Have basically come out and said they're not going to hire a GM whatsoever. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover?
That's a touchdown. That's like the equivalent of when the hot girls fail all summer and just all year because they failed this whole year.
Bro, this is a turnover and here's why.
Let me finish. I wasn't done yet. No. You let the city boys talk.
Oh, God.
City boy correspondent here.
Oh, God.
Working my way up the ladder. I'm just saying. It's like when you fail at trying to get booed up. So you just say, you know what? I'm going to live my best life by myself. Be on vacation, taking pics by yourself. Knowing damn well you have to refund a ticket. So you just used it and flipped it into like a ticket somewhere else or a future buddy pass.
I don't know.
I'm talking about some people's lives right now. And they're probably
what you're saying.
You'll find out. Ask some of your female friends what a buddy pass is.
I'm saying this is a turnover because,
sir,
guess
you know
what
a buddy pass is?
I know exactly what a buddy pass is.
You know what that means?
Okay,
all that means is somebody below the assistant GM is just going to get the same GM duties.
They don't want the buddy pass.
Without GM pay.
Yeah.
They're not about to do shit.
And they won't even get the big office.
And they won't even get the offer at the end of the season. They'll be like, oh, thank you for your service. We hired someone from the Patriots who is actually wiping out the entire staff. And so now all you guys got to pack your shit up and go. Thank you for doing twice as much work for 16 weeks, though. We really greatly appreciate you. Here, you can take all these trophies we've given you over your service, even though you don't really want them.
Here's a bunch of buddy passes because we're not upgrading your flights. Here you go. Here's a buddy pass to Vegas. Here's a buddy pass to Cancun, Hawaii. Take a vacation. And that's coming out of your settlement.
So do you think they should hire another GM, or do you think that they should still keep the staff that they have?
It doesn't matter.
They should not get in another relationship with
It doesn't matter. I think they should, because like there's not going to not be a GM there. Like, there's not going to be someone not managing their organization, right?
Right.
So whoever that person is, the figurehead should be compensated just like every other DJ.
So
every
do you
other
think it would be
VP
smarter to, like, instead of having one person being the general manager, maybe having this, like...
Well, traditionally what happens is, so, like, in the situation where somebody gets fired, like, abruptly, they usually name someone the interim.
Right.
Head coach or interim GM, meaning they're going to be temporary or
like,
or they're interviewing for the position, whatever. So I don't know why they wouldn't just do that.
And also, since Rick Smith stepped down because his wife had cancer,
that was like 2 years ago.
Exactly, it's been in turmoil ever since.
But I'm asking, instead of having, like you're saying, like they trickle it down to probably the assistant manager or something, maybe they spread out the duties to all the other people.
That's even worse.
It falls on the owner
because those people don't know.
That's even worse because there's no accountability.
There's no vision.
So now it can be like, oh, all you guys fucked up. Peace. Like, it's just like any corporate position where it's like, okay, you lost your boss. Like, cool, you don't have a boss, but at the same time, you also don't have direction.
Right.
So it's like, okay, what am I doing?
Well, yeah.
Like, okay, I guess I should look for another job too. Maybe not. Like, do they?
And the owner can change their mind at any time.
Yeah, so to be determined.
Yep.
Next up, we got back to your boy Todd Gurley.
So much leg space at this desk.
He was asked. Yeah, there
Thank
really
you,
is. Yeah, it's nice.
If you kick me one more time, I'm gonna slap you.
This is big people friendly.
Like, how does he still kick him? He kicked me like 4 times already. I don't understand it. Like, I'm right here.
Because you spread your legs out. You man spread.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't man spread.
Yeah,
How am I
you
man
do.
spread? Like, where am I going to spread my leg? I'm going to damn near tear my groin if I spread it any further back here. I'm chilling over here.
Anyway,
don't ever accuse me of man. And don't look at me like that, sir.
Anyways,
don't look at me like that.
Bro, you literally have your own corner over there, and you keep sliding over here.
It's called spacing. I'm sorry, I have more spatial awareness
corner,
than you.
bro. You have.
And I picked the one corner where nobody's gonna come over here.
You have 40% of the desk. You picked that corner because you got PTSD and you got to see the door. That's why you picked that corner. So shut your ass up.
I can see both doors.
Yeah, shut your ass up. You ain't
and if somebody comes through here like the Kool-Aid man, I got something for him too.
You own the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. Oh no. Kenny just sleeps here? You'd be so mad if you slept the Kool-Aid man if you came in here.
I got an empty water bottle in my backpack. You ain't going to waste.
You knock him out and pick him up and be like, I'm sorry, man. I just wasn't expecting it.
I'd be like, you got any extra juice? I'm not going to drink out of you while you're alive. That's just disturbing. Like, pause. Like, that's... What if the Kool-Aid man's not even a man? What if we're just hella like...
It's a Kool-Aid day?
No, it's just like a Kool-Aid person.
The Kool-Aid is fluid?
The Kool-Aid's gender fluid.
Gender fluid? Yeah.
What does gender fluid Kool-Aid taste like? I want to know.
It's when you mix the purple and the red. You don't... Yeah, that's true.
There's not a lot of female...
Just red.
Damn.
I just need red water. That's it.
Red water?
Red water.
What the fuck are you, a vampire?
We're not...
Red water. That's Kool-Aid. It's red water.
We're not...
Sugar water.
Since I'm about red water, we're going to talk about the Kool-Aid
No. I'm breaking up this conversation right now. We're not getting into serves, drinks, preferences again.
Because we're talking about
we're not talking about your
ice.
We're not talking about your Sprite with no ice.
Listen.
We ain't getting back to this.
When you open a bottle of Sprite,
here we go.
She walked in with a Snapple. It was cold. I bet it was not cold.
This is a couple episodes ago, I was trying to tell them that when I go to like Wendy's or McDonald's, I'm gonna go and be like, let me get the 4 for $4.
Can I get a Wendy's with
the Sprite
with a melted ice cream? Because I don't want it cold.
No ice. Why?
Don't look at me like I
do. Exactly. When you have all that ice in the cup, you're only getting a splash of Sprite. So let me.
They have self-serve soda machines at Wendy's.
What if I'm at the drive-thru? You don't know my life. What
you don't want like that crisp filling?
The McDonald's has self-serve.
It's still crisp.
Every hood booger, literally the entire city of Hawthorne, you can go anywhere and there's a self-serve soda machine.
I'm just being...
And they charge you 75 cents for a refill.
Only if you go to the hood ones where they give you the white cup. If you get the big white styrofoam cup.
Bro, that soda
you're not getting good soda
is cheaper than tap water to make. That soda's so cheap.
If you go somewhere where they got like all the sodas in a glass container behind the thing, yeah. You still don't change the fact
So
that you
really-
like
I'm just paying $1.79 for a cup of ice.
You
What
went
is
to
that?
7-Eleven.
Yeah, actually,
You went to a
the
good-
plastic costs more than the soda. The ice,
Or-
get a large.
So
It's like 50 cents more.
Go to a
you guys
gas
got-
station.
Yeah, have you guys been in science class with the,
Yes.
with the volume and stuff and all that other stuff? If you
Volume down, you
if
know,
there's a
remember that
large
shit.
cup, there's more ice. There's
gotta-
still not that much price.
Damn well, you got a 78% in science in the third grader.
I will get a side. I will get a water cup side of ice if I need it. And
I got
if I
that
taste
girl
it, I'm
flip.
like, it's warm. Let me get a side of ice.
So you're that type of person that goes to Starbucks and gets a big ass venti cup of ice,
Light
and then a
ice.
small ass.
I would say light
cup
ice.
of liquid,
Shake
and
it
then
up
you
in the
fill it
ice,
up in the other
shake
cup.
it up in
and
the
you're
ice
like, oh
and throw
look,
light
good.
ice in there because Starbucks is for show charging you, and I want all
I really
that
don't know how we
coffee.
got here, but here we are. This is Touchdowns and Tangents.
You wanted to
We're on
block
a
the
tangent
original
right now.
conversation.
No ice because it's coming out the fountain. It has to be cold.
Sprite.
Why would they
back?
have it in the machine and it's going to be warm?
Can we get back on topic?
Jesus.
We have like 2 more topics left.
All because you didn't want to ask for my drinking preference.
So next time, so I'm afraid to know, what did you drink when you showed up at the bar that one time at Jocks or Dailies?
Beer.
Can I get the warmest
Do you
beer
put
possible?
ice in your
And then
beer?
give me a cup of ice on the
Why
fucking
the
side.
hell would I put ice in my beer?
I don't know.
No, you get a cup
Why
of
would you
ice
not
and then
put
you get the
ice in
beer,
your
and then
Sprite?
you pour the
Give me
warm
a
beer
bang for
and
your
the cold.
buck.
I don't know.
All right, if I go get a drink, I'm probably once again get hella ice and only this much liquor. So just give me some beer.
Wait, so you get cocktails with no ice either?
No, I get cocktails with ice.
Okay.
I would
No,
say we
I'm gonna
picked
get
the wrong
cocktails
person to
with
be on the
ice.
show.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna get warm fucking liquor. I mean, unless I'm taking shots, which I usually do. I'd rather
That's
take a
nasty,
shot.
too.
I'd rather take a shot than
Hey,
drink.
I need my liquor cold.
I appreciate an efficient drinker, okay?
No,
She
yeah.
drinking
trying to
room
fuck
temperature
around.
everything.
No, I drink cold water.
Maybe she
I
got
do need
sensitive.
cold water.
Maybe she got sensitive enamel.
No,
Be considerate.
no.
Why the fuck are you? Is the
I'm
alcohol
just
touching your
instigating.
enamel?
I'm just
Are you the
instigating.
5th out of 4 doctors talking the shit? You the 5th doctor? Dumbass.
I'm just
No,
making it
dentist. My
look
bad.
efficient.
Dentist.
And I'm gonna get banged for my buck. That's all.
All right. So
Yeah,
Todd
room
Gurley,
temperature soda. Okay, cool.
Todd Gurley was in an interview this week. They asked him about his knee situation. They said, "Are you healed? Are you not?"
I bet we should. I
And
bet
he
he
was
said
like-
he had some ice on his knee, didn't he?
He was basically like not answering the question, and then finally, when
Was he
they
parched?
asked him straight up, they were like, "So you don't have arthritis in his knee?" And he's like, "I'm not concerned about that." So is Todd Gurley not being concerned about arthritis in his knee? Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover?
City boys ain't worried about the injuries. They just worried about the championships.
Oh my god!
What you want me to say?
I'm gonna say it's a turnover because where there's a smoke, there's fire. So the
There's a
fact,
smoke.
so you can ignore Father Time all you can want. You can ignore all the scouting reports in the draft that said that when he get to a second contract, he'd have knee issues.
Don't all running backs have knee issues.
Point is,
Saquon probably got knee issues. We don't know.
there's something there because every time it's brought up, he gets triggered. So I'm pretty sure his knees actually really bothering him.
Yo,
You get
do
the way
these
you get
people-
triggered when I say you have a tight ass shirt and a loose neck.
Oh my
Do
god!
these people leak this
Your shirt needs
information,
some
or
ice.
is it like they
It's
have
both.
to like release this information?
Medical reports get released and then the media
It's both.
just
It's
hammers
medical.
away.
It's both medical reports and it's both like leverage.
Do they have to repeat the? Do they have to like give out the medical information? Is that like policy, or is it just like?
Yeah, they do. They do actually have to report injuries on a certain window on a certain grade.
Okay, so they can report it to like the league, but they don't have to report it publicly.
Well, the thing with Todd Gurley is he was sorry in the playoffs and he was great in the regular season. Everyone was like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not hurt." And everyone's like,
It was
"He's not
scheme,
hurt."
though.
And then the Rams were like, "He's not hurt," but then they kept talking about his injury and they're like, "So is he hurt or is he not?" Because you keep talking about his knee, but he's not on the injury report. So it's just like a weird situation. And
They tried to save him for as long as they could in the playoffs because they had Cooper Kupp's injury. He had a torn ACL.
I hate
that-
the word
that-
load management, but Todd Gurley's going to get that in the NFL a lot this year.
I mean, that's any running back. Larry Johnson got it. Priest Holmes got it.
Nah, not really though. They got replaced.
By
I guess
one
you could
replaced
say.
the other.
I guess you could say load management is a synonym for getting replaced.
Yeah. Like the City Girls got replaced.
Wow.
Awesome.
All right, last one. The 49ers announced 11 open training camps.
I just want to say, Serve, like, are you mad enough to where, like, you need some ice to cool down?
Look. All right, Kenny.
I'm saying.
All right.
Just hold. I'm going to just
save it for the end.
Marinate on that.
Save it for the end.
No. I'm going to save it for the rant.
Save it for the rant.
I'm save it for the rant.
All right. So the 49ers are having 11 open training camps, which to me seems like a lot. So is that a touchdown or is that a turnover?
I mean, it's like, I think they're just doing it to be petty because they know the Raiders are getting all the shine for Hard Knocks.
I think it's that, and it's
they're
also
gonna be a better team than the Raiders.
It's also why wouldn't you want to do outreach and engage and give people from the other side of the bay that more opportunity to come and see their team from a business perspective?
First off,
from a business perspective,
they're the Santa Clara for
yeah,
and
that side of town,
which is actually closer to Oakland than San Francisco.
You think I care about San Francisco if it disappeared off the face of the earth? Ask me if I care.
It would be better for our environment.
True.
I mean, I'm just saying.
If all those people left
McCovey Cove,
if all those people,
I mean, the whole bay. I'm just saying.
No.
Look,
watch your mouth.
It's. I mean, the bay wasn't like.
No. The bay what? The bay what?
The bay was not never supposed to be like a urban area.
What the fuck did you just say?
In LA,
Oakland is supposed to be an urban area.
LA's not either.
You understand that?
That's what I'm saying.
Oakland,
California is really fucked up. When you really think about it, people like settlers really came and was like, "Hey, let's put a city right here
when
in
you
the
say
desert."
settlers, do you mean white people?
I'm talking about colonizers. There you go, colonizers. They really came and put some city. Like, let's put a city on this fucking bay where all these fucking.
I mean,
let's live by the ocean.
Let's put all this shit.
San Andreas.
I'm not gonna go historical.
Yeah, but you can't drink ocean water. So it's like.
So what are you gonna say about the Native American tribes and the Ohlone tribe that's been there forever?
Yeah, but they didn't take more than they put back. Like
but
the colonizers.
But
yeah, on a tangent.
Put ice and salt water doesn't help drink it better.
Let's get to the rants. Serve, since you wanted to go first.
No,
you have
I
the
never.
luxury.
Wait, what? I never wanted to go first.
You
You guys always put me first.
Oh,
ladies first. Fine, you go last.
You go first.
Yeah,
I don't want to go first. You go first.
You
Let me
go
go
first.
last.
No, you go first, and you can't refute her afterwards.
I can go second.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let me
fine.
go second.
Yeah,
Pete always
yeah.
goes last. He has the grand finale.
Yeah, there you go.
Because he's the only other non-black minority on the show. No, technically you are black. I take that back.
At least she didn't call me white facing.
White adjacent?
Yeah.
You're a wasent?
Yeah.
I just said it.
A white Tino.
You're Eric Estrada.
Fuck you.
Why do all Mexicans get mad at Eric Estrada? Y'all need to tell me the dark secrets of Eric Estrada. Is he y'all Steve Harvey?
Yeah. George Lopez too.
Carlos Mencia's real name is Ned and he's white. Y'all let that go. Y'all let that pass. Anyway. Yeah, Carlos Mencia's real name is Ned and he stole jokes and he's white. Just look it up. Carlos Mencia's Carlos Mencia. He stole everybody's jokes. But anyway. This has been a weird period for me, man. Like, it's still waiting on my diploma in the mail. What the fuck? Like, damn. I didn't wait this long to meet my biological father. What the fuck?
That was just sad.
Yeah, so there are a lot of other things, but whatever. But anyway, it's weird. Like, I just been feeling empty. Like empty.
What?
Like, I know, right? Me empty? It's an oxymoron. But not empty because like I'm like depressed or anything. But empty like after Thanos killed half the world population. And like now he's just sitting down like, fuck, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm not depressed though.
No, that's a different form of depression. It's the same shit.
I mean, so since y'all just talking shit while I'm doing my rant and nobody's being respectful, I'm talking about my mental health right now and everybody's laughing. I'm glad it's funny. Damn. This is why I don't open up. This hurts. I'm afflicted and offended right now. You're not sorry. None of you. Neither of you are sorry.
I'm laughing at.
Can't even look at me with a straight face. How dare you? But nah, like for real, I don't know if it's just a post grad feeling of like, but I really haven't had a break in like 6 years, like at all. Like I went from working 3 jobs, taking classes that past semester, and then quitting 2 of those jobs and constantly working 40 hours a week at bare minimum. Like, I'm really looking forward to my vacation in December because shit's gonna be wild. Like,
that's a long time.
that's fine. Like, December is gonna be an enjoyable month. I'm looking forward to that. Like, I'm just save up, just hold tight, white knuckle it till then, and constantly keep applying the stuff. But yeah, that's just kind of my update on how my post college life is going. Still haven't gotten my degree yet, and I'm literally exhausted from realizing, like, damn, I went through a lot of shit to get that, and it still isn't here yet. Who do I get to punch in the face or hold out of a window? But yeah, anyway, on to a lighter note. Yeah, I really did disagree with Madden having only 4 people 99 overall. I think there should be 99 overall for like every position. I could find a 99 overall tight end. I could find a 99 overall left tackle, or at least 2 left tackles. Maybe not a right tackle, because But then there's no differentiation. There's no differentiation between tackles anymore. It's kind of just like who's more important. Center, guard, D tackle. There's more than one 99 D tackle. Edge rushers, corner, maybe not corners. Oh yeah, by the way, Josh Norman jumped over a fucking bull, running of the Bulls, and I'm just like, if only he had that same reaction on the field and like didn't drop interceptions every other play or get beat deep. But hey, glad he has the instincts to jump over a bull and not die, because getting a bullhorn in your scrotum apparently is really painful. I've seen it in the videos. It's fucked up. And you don't want to be the one black dude who dies in Spain at running of the bulls. That's embarrassing. Don't be the most athletic nigga out there and get killed in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. And by the way, oh yeah, the earthquakes happened. Stop moving to California. We're clearly cramped, and the elevator is on the emergency whatever button, and just stop coming to California. For all y'all, whether you're coming from Detroit or wherever the hell, I don't know, and you're saying Californians are lazy, stay your ass where you at then. Stay ass where you at. Let tornadoes kill you, Klan members, whatever. But like Florida, just fucking quarantine the whole state of Florida. But like, leave California alone. The Californians alone. That's the one thing I will come together like Voltron with. Like, leave California the fuck alone. All right, we got our own problems.
All right.
Wow. Informative. So, let me just...
Not informative.
Before I get into my real tangent, let me just piggyback off of what this whole fiasco about me having no ice in my drink. Okay? Let me just tell y'all, like I've been repeating the first time, I don't want to have a little sip of soda. 2, who the hell wants watered down soda or watered down juice? Have you tasted watered down Sprite, Pete? Have you tasted watered down Coke? Do you like it?
Well, Coke can get flat even with ice in it.
That it's like, I don't want Sierra Mist. I didn't go for Sierra Mist. I went for Sprite.
I'd rather have flat soda than warm soda.
Sierra Mist tastes like chalk.
But go ahead, this is your time.
Okay, look. So I'm just letting you guys know, I'm not crazy. I do not enjoy room temperature or warm drinks. I just don't like my cup filled with ice when I go to places. Now, if I was at home, I gotta finish this note. If I was at home and I had a jug of Sprite, oh yeah, I'm gonna go fill up my cup with ice. Cause you know what? I know that I can go back and get some more Sprite. Okay. But if I was at a restaurant, especially a drive-through, fast food, when you're going in and out, I don't want ice in my stuff. Period. Oh, so now we got, so you guys brought it up when talk shit, now I gotta move on.
It's okay to admit you're wrong sometimes.
So,
you're still learning that word. We still love it.
July is going to be an eventful month for me. It's been eventful so far. It started off with the damn earthquakes. My life flashed before my eyes. Well, the first one I didn't feel, but the second one I was just like,
she really wanted to Sprite with ice
in it. You know, Mike, I'm done with you. I am done with you. I cannot ignore him over here with his comments.
Okay, July's been an eventful
Oh, okay. Sorry. July is going to be an eventful month. Next week, I'm going back home to Oakland, and then going to Sacramento or Cache Creek to go water rafting. And then, actually, sorry. So July is going to be that. That's the event, and then August, and the next couple weeks after that, I will be leaving this country. I will be visiting my brother to go to Japan once again. What does that say? Oh, but yeah, I'm gonna be going to Japan. So shout out to my brother in the Navy. Shout out to all the military people. Thank you for your service out there. Can't wait to go to Yokosuka and gain 10 pounds from eating ramen and drinking beer. That's what happened. That's what happened to me 2 summers ago. Like, I was like this, and then I came back, and everybody was looking at me like, "Ooh, all that sodium MSG got to you." But I was happy, so I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to that. Until then, same old, same old. Keep tuning in, y'all. Peace.
All right. Well, on that note, I got some shit to talk. So, last week I came on this show in a pre-record, and I was honestly skeptical that the Clippers would even get Kawhi Leonard. And amongst my wildest dreams, not only did they get Leonard, but they got Palmdale's very own Paul George. And guess what? That makes the Clippers the hometown heroes. The Lakers have been trying to be. For 5 years, I've been hearing Lakers fans, Kevin Love's coming, bro. Russell Westbrook's coming, bro. Kawhi Leonard's coming, bro. Paul George is coming, bro. They're all from here. They want to be Lakers fans. They grew up Lakers. And guess what? None of them came. And guess what? 2 of them went to the Clippers. What did you get? You got a Ohioan who's 34 years old with a receding hairline, who's more concentrated on his business than basketball, and you got a 27-year-old unibrow Chicagoan who only plays 70 games. So yeah, shout out to the Lakers. Yeah.
Chicago niggas will shoot.
And guess what? Clip City, Chip City, the Clippers are, I can't say back, but they're finally here. It only took them 3 decades, but guess what? Our era's here. There's a bunch of 5 and 6 year olds who don't know what a Laker playoff team looks like. There's a bunch of hood inner city kids who've been going to Clipper games for years for free. And guess what? They're all going to be risen. Clipper Nation is rising. So fuck the Lakers. That's all I wanted to say. And yeah, happy 4th of July. 4th of July was lit. I had a great time with my family. KB pulled up. We had some tall gans, lit a lot of fireworks. And everything was capped off with the Clippers getting Paul George and Kawhi. So yeah, I had a great 4th of July.
Oh, I see. Okay, so.
And shout out to all the Laker fans.
Oh, so y'all just had a party.
I walked.
Okay. The plot thickens.
I walked from the mall to his house.
The plot thickens. The plot thickens.
I mean, we assumed you were high.
The plot thickens.
See?
The plot thickens.
Modelo
It was just like an impromptu thing.
I get it. It's cool. I get it.
It was an impromptu thing.
I see how it is, Pete. I got you.
I just want to know what's the room temperature of that Snapple on the floor.
I saw your birthday gift is still pending.
You're right. My bad.
And I gave you a birthday gift.
Okay, you're right. I'm
How you give him a birthday gift first? And my birthday was in February.
In my defense,
I mean, a graduation gift.
It wasn't really a party. It was like people came to my house. It was last minute. And it was like only my family.
I'm not your guys' friend. I get it.
Damn, I'm not family?
Wow.
Kenny was the only friend there.
I'm not even family.
That's cool.
And he was only.
His cousin is black.
No, my cousin's black. My roommate cousin's black.
I'm not family? Damn, I see how it is.
Yeah, and the only reason why I invited KB was because I saw him that day at the pre-record. So I had to hit him with the.
I want you to go get fireworks. You got bamboozled. We talk shit all throughout Target.
Yeah, that's true. I did drag him on some errands too.
Wow,
that's cool.
But I had to hit him with the invite after that.
I see how it is.
My bad.
Damn, when your brother's not really your brother. Okay.
My bad.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Anyways.
Pete ain't got no family
Everybody's
members.
mad at me now. But
man,
okay,
we sit 10 minutes from each other. Wow.
Okay, last thing I wanted
I was
to
at
bring
your
up.
graduation party, drunk as hell.
Shout out to everybody else who was at the Journalism Mixer last night. It was pretty lit. We had a
no
good
one in this
time.
room?
There was actually a bunch of young people that pulled up, which is weird because usually Journalism Mixers are a bunch of old ass newspaper white people heads who are
They're all
old
on
and
vacation.
stinky.
They're all in Hawaii and
But
shit.
a lot of the broadcast people and LA Times people pulled up. It was a cool event. So shout out to all the organizations, the 5 of them that I'm a part of that helped put that event on.
So no conflict of interest whatsoever.
No, there definitely was. That's why I didn't speak because I didn't know which organization I was repping.
So you just showed up to like a Crips and Bloods rally and you was a Latin King?
Something like
Wearing
that.
a Clippers shirt and like red shorts?
Something like that. But yeah, man, this is Touchdowns and Tangents. Shout out to the Good News radio station.
grape
Shout out
soda?
to the Good News Sports, the Good News Sports Studio, Studio 2.
That's fantastic.
Shout out to the network affiliates, FBC Radio, X Squad affiliates. Shout out to your favorite podcast app where you can find this podcast, TDs and Tangents, or Touchdowns and Tangents Overtime for
Shout
our
out
bonus
to
content.
Chinese hood spots that let you get unlimited refills. They are few and far between.
But yeah, on that note, we
Shout
thank
out
you
to
for
Serve
listening.
getting a Snapple that she hasn't touched in like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That definitely ain't room temperature no more. And
But you want to know the fun fact that was on the thing? I'll tell you because I remembered it.
That you
It
need ice
says
to
that
keep
New
it cold?
York was the first state to require cars to have license plate.
No, okay.
and they all can't drive in New York.
Thanks for that. I could have went my
I
whole
mean,
life without knowing that.
you
But
should-
thank you. Now I do.
So
Now I have a
information
cool
that you need to
icebreaker.
know. You know,
I
But
just
yeah.
want to know what happens when your drinks get like lukewarm. What do you do?
put ice in it. But I'm
All right,
not
can
going
we
to
end
order and tell them that I want ice in my cup.
All right, you guys are acting like children, so I have to mute both your mic. If you could do one thing,
Project, stupid.
if you can do one thing to support this podcast, please download the Good News app. There's a bunch of new updates coming, so look out for that. Good News app. Look it up in your app store.
That's more than one thing.
It's on Android too. If you got an Android, if you the green dude in the group chat, there's an app for you too.
The funniest
Don't
thing-
worry.
The funniest one in the group chat. The hard and soul.
And when whoa, there's even a Windows app.
That's not-
Oh my bad. There's even a Windows app. Who? You got a Windows phones?
That's gross.
I don't know. You
You don't even use ice. You just
The sad thing is, like,
shit
Windows phones were actually good, but it was like they just stopped making them because.
Apple stole the
It
fact.
sucked.
Like, we're gonna make it better.
But yeah, man. On that note, thanks for tuning in. See you next week. 8:30. GoodNewsRadiostation.com and app. Peace.